Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey guys, welcome everyone to the Drip Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can listen to podcasts. You can also watch our podcast on youtube.com/dripandgeeb. Today's episode, we got lots to talk about. We got some rumors, we got some speculations, we got story time as well, because I believe the man himself has a story to tell. He went on vacation, so all good stuff. And with that being said, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm fantastic. A week off was much needed. The YouTube algorithm kicked me square in the ass for it, but it's all right. I had to double up on the videos this week. We're back. The one yesterday brought me back into the algorithms.
You're doing well.
Algorithms' arms.
Mm-hmm.
That review I put out got it was bad. It doesn't matter. I needed the week off. Obviously, we didn't do the podcast last week either.
That was because we were on the tail end of your vacation, and you would have been rushing no matter how hard you would have tried.
I did try to do it. I'm just for the record, Geeb told me no. I wasn't allowed to do it. That's why we didn't do it last week.
I made the executive
decision. Which is fine. It's fine.
I am your unofficial manager. So.
Yes, that is true. That is very true. That's very true. So, yeah, I ended up going to the beach randomly. It was literally the most last minute thing that I've ever done in my life. My family has a place down there, so I didn't have to worry about a place to stay. It was already there. But then I'm like, man, I don't want to drive 8 hours. I don't want to do that. But then something clicked in my head, and I was like, oh my God. Like, it's been a long time since I've actually downloaded the Southwest app on my phone. I just realized it wasn't on there. I was like, I think I have like 1 million Southwest points. And I did. So I ended up booking a one-way trip down. I just booked one way. I was like, I don't know when I'm coming back. The place is there, and it's actually very close to the airport. So, one of my buddies actually met me there. He lives down further into South Carolina, like 2 hours. He just drove up, picked me up from the airport. We went straight to the place. And then shit pretty much hit the fan from there. I mean, it was we tore the place down, that's for sure. We went a little wild. Got a little bit crazy the first couple of nights, that's for sure. We ended up in some very very strange places. I'll get into some of those. Some of those we're not going to talk about. There was one place late night. I don't know. We were at this restaurant, and they were closing down. It wasn't busy. It wasn't very busy.
Right.
Like, we were down there the last couple days of what they call season.
Okay.
So I was there for the end, and then it was literally like after that day, nobody was there. It was really weird. It was like a ghost town. But the restaurant was closing, so we ended up going to this bar, and again, not many people there. Nobody there. Bartender was really nice. She was the only one there with us. We're all just talking, whatever. So then this group of people comes in. They were nice. They seemed really nice, And it turns out that one of the guys is the bartender's boyfriend. And I think the other one might have been his brother or her brother. I don't know. It was very late that night, and we had been at it all day.
You've been drinking adult beverages for the better part of 24 hours.
Yeah, well, we went to breakfast that morning, and I was like, dude, look at these fruity, beautiful drinks. I think we should try one. He was like, are you serious? I was like, I'm dead serious. Let's do it. Only did that one day while I was down there. That was a mistake. Anyway, turns out these guys were all packing heat and showing it off. Like, it made me very uncomfortable. Not that they were packing heat. The fact that they wanted everybody to know that they were. It was very, very... it was an uneasy feeling. So we ended up leaving, but they actually were like, the one guy was like, I want to stream. How do you stream? And I'm like, because something came up, and I was talking about the YouTube and the this and that.
Right.
And oh man. And I couldn't just not tell him. I wanted to be like, man, I'm I can't do this right now. But, he also had a weapon. And I was like, I have to tell him. I'm scared. So I don't even know what I told him. Could not even tell you. But, I mean, the rest of the time, my buddy had to leave, what was it, Monday. He had to leave that Monday. So the rest of the time, I was literally there by myself. I was like walking up and down the beach by myself. I went to the there's like an amusement park there. Went to the
Okay.
amusement park solo.
As one
It
does.
was fun. Honestly, it was fun. Then I went to not a karaoke bar. I'm sorry. It was a piano bar.
Oh,
Dueling
piano bar.
pianos.
That's way better than karaoke.
Oh man, it was incredible. It was
Wow.
so good.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there second to last night, and then I was supposed to leave the next day, that evening. Flight got canceled. And then they wanted me to go to Baltimore and stay for I don't know, for whatever reason. I was like, no. I left. I was like, I'll get a flight tomorrow. Like, I have a place to stay here. I'm not going to Baltimore. I'm staying at the beach.
Yeah, right. It was canceled. Sure, man. You just want to stay an extra
Well,
day, and you
it was
know
delayed. It wasn't canceled. It was delayed. And I was like, no, I'm canceling it. I'm out of here.
That's a long delay.
I
That truly is a long
yeah.
delay, though. I mean,
my flight that I got ended up being directly back to Pittsburgh, which was great. The flight I was going to be on, which, from there to Pittsburgh is like an hour and a half.
Right.
One, just straight through. I think the total flight was like 5 hours. That's what the layover was.
I've seen those kind of flights on Southwest. I exclusively fly Southwest because it's the only airline I've ever flown on, and I'm just comfortable and I'm happy with what service I've gotten and the prices, so I just keep doing it.
Yeah,
I've seen those options where it's like, it's this 2-hour flight. It's going to take you 7 hours, but you'll save $5. Like, no, thank you. I will delay a day or leave a day early just to avoid such kind of flights. Like, that's not going to happen with me.
Yeah, luckily I got to leave a day later. What did I do the last night? I went somewhere. How did I go? I can't remember. Also a good night.
You played your Switch, right? That's what you did the last night of your vacation while you were over on delayed, right?
I did not play it that night. I did download a game that night before I left. I went somewhere. Where the hell did I go?
You messed up my segue.
I know what your segue is. I'm coming back to it. Yes, I did download a game. I downloaded Cruisin' Blast because the people over at Raw Thrills were nice enough to send me a code almost like a week in advance, man. I was pumped. I was like,
that is awesome.
Yes. I looked at my email when I got back to the hotel, actually, from leaving the airport on the day when I was supposed to leave. Checked my email, and they were like, hey, do you want to cover this game? I was like, hell yes, I do. I was going to buy it anyway.
So I assume you're enjoying that game?
Yes, I am. I'm thoroughly. I actually haven't played it much since the day the review went up. I've played it a few more times, but it's good. It's fun. I mean, if you like those types of games, I grew up on that stuff. Cruising USA, those types of, like, I was there, man. Me and my older brother had like the racing wheels. We used to just sit in front of the TV.
Right. And after you had mentioned that you can find that game in like arcades and stuff like that, it had brought me right back to like you sitting down in those chairs, grabbing that wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I played those games for sure.
And what's crazy is, like I said, the night before, I was at that piano bar, right? Right beside the piano bar is Dave & Buster's. And I was in there before that. And I played Cruisin' Blast in that arcade the night before.
That's awesome.
It was really weird. Yeah, it was really strange the way it worked out. So, yeah, I've been playing that. And last night I busted out Animal Crossing again on stream.
Did ya?
We went on a villager hunt, and it was very unsuccessful.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, we're going back. We're going back after
Tonight,
the podcast
right?
is recorded tonight. Yep.
And at twitch.tv/Drip Media.
There it is. Thank you.
Got you.
Didn't even have to do it. Thanks. Yes, we're going back. I'm going back. I will find Molly. She will be on my island.
You gotta talk to Elizabeth. Elizabeth from the Discord. I'm not sure. I can't remember what she said, but possibly Molly's available.
No, I saw. She had to
no.
time travel.
Oh,
so
darn it.
she's gone. That hurts. Hurts my feelings, honestly. Because she was one of the ones last night heckling me.
Well, the games I've been playing, I have indeed finished my Skyward Sword saga. 14 parts.
Yes.
14 parts
Yay.
on my twitch.tv/Uncle Geeb. Shameless plug.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
But yeah, 14 parts. I actually didn't finish it on stream. The viewership got really low, really quick with Skyward Sword. The last 2 streams, just that tells me that people aren't exactly interested anymore. So I'm like, okay, I mean, that's fair. I'm just gonna.
It's time.
It's time. It's time to move on. 14, like I said, 14 streams of pretty much straight. Besides Geeb Night, 14 straight of Skyward Sword, which that was a great run, and what a fun game. Yeah. Finished it off stream, had a blast, and obviously the ending was we will not talk about. Obviously,
I haven't finished the full game, but I know it's an old game. I know the ending.
Yeah.
I haven't got there myself yet. I know the ending.
Just really cool to wrap up.
I'm glad you know it now. I'm really happy that you know it now.
Yeah, me too. Really, really awesome to wrap up the origin story of Zelda, this franchise that I'm so enamored with and have engulfed myself in the past. What date? What month is it? And what year is it? Yes, many months I've engulfed myself.
Stopped counting that.
Not many at all. I mean, most Zelda fans are decades old. I'm brand new baby Zelda fan. But totally stoked to be finished that game. I also have been playing so when I was finished with Skyward Sword, I've started WarioWare.
I'm so glad that you have too.
It's fun, man. It's a good game.
Well, now I can watch your streams again.
That too. You can.
Your streams are no longer just full of spoilers for the game I'm trying to finish. So,
right. And I'm
back.
By the way, question. Not to put you on the spot. Are you thinking about streaming Skyward Sword now, or are you just gonna no? Okay. Nope. So I kind of want to watch you finish it at least. You should consider doing
maybe once I get towards the end, maybe like the last couple dungeons or something.
It would be awesome. I think it'd be cool. So our communities can talk about while in stream together. We can all talk about what just happened and everything. I think that's
probably a good idea.
Yeah, it'd be fun. And WarioWare. I actually and one more thing, and it's gonna lead to something later on in the episode. But I also just started Breath of the Wild over again, which I had. If you're in my streams, I was talking about doing that. Well, I have done that. I've started it off stream, and I probably am going to start playing Breath of the Wild every Wednesday again, like I used to. So most of you I know liked my my Breath of the Wild stream, so those are coming back every Wednesday, and we are going to start over, and it's going to lead to a conversation we're going to have later on in this episode. But for now, I think it leads us to our little news segment here, and Drip has some stuff he wants to get off his chest here. Some stuff that he listened to
right now. So word on the street is now. Let's start out with this before we even jump into what we're supposed to be talking about here.
We also forgot something else.
We didn't get a direct.
That too, but first
we took our last episode was, is there a direct coming next week? That was 2 weeks ago.
Right.
That was 2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago.
Still no direct. But listen, there are reasons. One, if the direct was that week, even if it was planned, as soon as Sony said, oh, we're doing this, no way. No way Nintendo is going to try to. They're not going to do that. They're not going to try to put that up against.
Right.
They're not going to put one presentation up against another one if they don't have to. If it's not like E3 week or something, like, you don't have to do that. You can have your own space, and it doesn't make sense to try to do that. So I think that's why they didn't do it then. And then I think this update that we got, I think that was already planned for this week, and they didn't want to confuse things with the direct and the update and all that. You know what I mean? Because they were already planned to be two separate things. I think they just had to go ahead and skip this week too to get that out of the way. I think we're primed for next week at this point.
Right. So sorry to jump the gun. I jumped the gun on everybody. We actually need to get to our beverage of the week.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that too.
Totally blew over that. So that's gonna be fun for me in editing. How I'm gonna handle this. But so I will let you start, sir.
No, you go ahead and start. Actually, I will start.
Okay.
As you guys know, At the start of September, I have been drinking for the beer of the week different pumpkin beers in honor of the season, of course. And this week, we have a really good one. I just realized I'm not going to be able to open it. Oh, bummer. Okay, I got something here. This Lego thing will open it. Anyway,
Don't bang your desk, please.
Sam Adams, Jack O, Pumpkin
Ooh.
Ale.
Ooh, okay. Sam Adams, that's a brand I recognize.
Exactly. And it's not, and usually you get Sam Adams and you're like, oh, it's Oktoberfest.
I was going to say, don't they do Oktoberfest? My uncle's favorite beer is Oktoberfest.
I mean, there's more than one Oktoberfest, but they do what I would consider probably the most popular one.
Okay. I'm excited, man. You got to give the so what is it called again?
It's called Jack O.
Jack O.
I'm going to try to open it with a rock.
Okay. Did that work?
It's going to be fun. It's going to work. Yeah. It's totally going to work. While I'm dealing with this, you can probably just go ahead and
Well, actually, no, this is a good point of time to plug the video version of this podcast. You can find on youtube.com/dripandgeeb, and you get quality content like watching Drip fumble with a rock trying to open a beer. This is quite fun.
Actually, that is pretty quality content.
You do your thing, man. We're just going to sit here and we're going to talk about the fact that he's essentially walking around his whole room here. Within the confines of his chair, walking with his chair.
Oh, I found something.
Hopefully you got yeah. I love when you like talk way away from the mic. It's actually hilarious. It's like
no, this will do it.
Like
lens cap
for the win.
Get right. Every time right there.
What a build!
All right,
what a build. Drink the beer.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Looks like we're gonna have some cinnamon and nutmeg aromas, and a little bit of freshly baked pumpkin pie. Wow!
Ooh, wow! I mean,
it
sounds good, man.
This sounds great.
Take a freaking sip.
I feel like I've had this one. 4.4% alcohol, so it's pretty low.
Okay.
That's probably good though.
Probably. I'm actually checking mine as we speak. What? How does that taste to you?
Oh my! Oh, that literally tastes like no joke. It tastes exactly like pumpkin pie with whipped cream on it.
That is a great freaking advertisement right there.
I mean, crust and all, man.
Oh my!
That's amazing.
Well,
that is amazing.
I need to try that.
It even has that like. Do you know when you eat pumpkin pie, like the pumpkin filler stuff, it kind of tastes airy? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's like this has that. It's very strange. It's very good. I need another drink to make sure though.
Yeah, take another sip.
Yeah, I mean they nailed it, man.
Awesome.
They nailed it.
And that's something I can like get.
The description's spot on.
Yeah.
And like the last couple of weeks, I've been like, yeah, it tastes like what did I describe the first one as? Like huffing a Glade plug-in.
Yeah, no, that was like an epic explanation of what you were drinking.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I meant it in the best way possible. But now this is great. This tastes like, I mean, it's as advertised right here. This is great.
That's awesome.
This is the winner so far of all that we've done so far of the pumpkins. This is definitely the winner.
Well, technically speaking, at least the podcast is considered. This is the second beer for the podcast beer club. What I have here, I am not doing what you're doing. I'm not playing along with that game because I don't like dark beers. Not that that's dark, but typically your October-y fall beers are kind of darker usually. I'm not a fan of that. And I'm not necessarily like a fruity beer guy either. There's some good fruit beers. Don't get me wrong.
I'm all about a good sour.
I actually love my IPAs, and what I have with me today, I'm excited to announce I am once again participating in this week's Beer of the Week.
And you're doing good. 2 in a row.
2 in a row. And I have with me, I'm super excited. I need to try this. I have with me the Gooby Goober.
Oh, the Gooby Goober.
The Gooby Goober by the Wild Onion Brewery in Chicago.
I don't like that name.
Where are they at here? They're in Illinois somewhere. I'm gonna give them a shout out. I just saw the freaking name of the can. Oh, Lake Barrington, Illinois. That's very local. Not very, but that's definitely pretty local to where I'm at. I'm up in the north. But yeah,
Okay.
the Gooby Goober,
So
and it's a hazy IPA pineapple is what it says. Very clear right there.
Ooh,
So,
pineapple?
yeah, man. So I was looking for something fruity, something like sour, because I'm just on a kick thanks to my brother. They had nothing of any type besides IPA. They had a whole bunch of IPAs and like Indian pale ales and pale ales, which I like. I like all those, but I was looking. That's not what I was looking for. But this one just straight up says pineapple on it. I have to get it. I mean, I have to. So let's.
All right, yeah, pop it open. I'm interested. Sorry, I'm also trying to get a list of games here. I need to look through.
So it smells like that. It smells like a craft brew, like for sure. It smells like an IPA, and it smells like it has a trick up its sleeve, which is exactly what I.
Yeah, it's that pineapple, man.
It's like when you order
pineapple IPA.
It smells like when you order like a nice IPA in a bar fresh, and it comes out and you give it that. I always at least give it a nice sniff. It smells like exactly what I want it to smell like. All right. I need another sip. Hold on.
That is a confused face. That's a face of someone who doesn't know what they have in their mouth.
You know, hold on. One more. Hold on.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay, so it tastes like an IPA that has pineapple juice in it. It doesn't taste like it was. I don't want to talk crap on it. It's not bad tasting. In fact, I'd be very happy. Oh, 6.5, by the way. I'd be very happy with this in a bar with a beer or with a burger. Dude, this is like, especially a burger with like a nice big grilled pineapple on it. This would be great. However,
listen,
on its own, standalone, as I sit with you, you lovely people here, wherever you're listening, in the car or whatever, it's a little disappointing because it's not like a home run. It tastes like a good IPA that they poured some pineapple juice in after.
I was gonna say, can I guess? This tastes like the two things were not brewed together. It tastes like it was added after. Is that what you're?
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. It probably was not that way. My guess.
I guarantee it wasn't. I guarantee it. If it was, wow. Like, that's an issue.
But it definitely kind of has that taste. The can is amazing. The taste is great. The name is even better.
The can reminds me of what's that? Gushers.
Yes, Gushers. Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
It's a nice, easy going. 6.5 is it's good. It'll get you happy, but it's not going to mess you up. You could probably still drive after one. So one. Drink two of these, probably not going to be driving legally at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is it's good. I approve. If I have to give this a number, which maybe we should.
No way. I'm never doing numbers. You will never get me to do numbers on anything.
I'll give a number. This is like a nice, and again, this is a good measurement. So 6.5 is what I'm going to give this beer.
Okay.
And that's that. And if you think that's low, it's not. It's good.
No, yeah, because that's why I don't do numbers, because you can say something's a 7 and people are like, really? What's wrong with it? Like, nothing's wrong with it. It's a 7. That's a good number. Like, unless you give it like a 8.5 or 9, like 7.
Not everything can be. Not everything is an 8. Not everything is a 9.
I mean,
you know,
what's a 5? Average? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like a 5 is like, that's average. That's not special in any way.
Like,
but it's not bad.
Yeah, give me like a Yingling. That is a 5. Like, it's not the best thing I ever had. It's not the worst thing I ever had. It's there. Right. And it's good. It's the baseline. Like, 5.
If that's something I see on tap at a bar, it's the first thing give me one of those.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
So I'm not really looking, hell yeah.
Gooby Goober, Wild Onion Brewery. Good job.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
So now let's go ahead and get into that, what we were talking about a second ago. The news and rumors. Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
What's
so we talked last week. No, we talked 2 weeks ago about the Direct. And one thing you said you wanted to see in the Direct was the Game Boy games added to the Switch Online.
Right.
The Game Boy and Game Boy Color. I think we talked about the Advance too, but it sounds like now the Game Boy Advance are not coming. Looks like, I mean, these are rumors, so we don't know for sure, but it looks like we might also be getting Nintendo 64 games added to the online. So we could potentially be seeing that in the next Direct. 64 games.
In Nintendo Online.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's more to this. This is where it's like, now you're starting to be like, okay, well, what are we doing here? Are we good with this? Are we not? And I want to get your opinion on this. The rumors are saying that this group of 64 games, this whatever the emulator, whatever's going to be going on with this, is not going to be included in the online service we have now. They're saying that there's going to be another tier added, a more expensive tier. So I don't know what the pricing would look like on that, and I don't know exactly how much more it would be per year or per month.
Let's not go into
it.
Yeah, let's not go into let's not make up numbers here. Let's just say there's going to be a higher tier price and just go with that information.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds like that's what it's going to be. Here's my question for you. Do you think that just adding Nintendo 64 games on top of whatever else you get is worth paying more for what we have right now with the Nintendo Online? Would you pay more for the 64 games?
Not knowing the price, I will say, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. The answer is yes. Here's why. I stream on Twitch. I do a podcast. I need to be up with what's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a curious man.
Choice. Obviously, I'm paying it.
I'm a curious man. Also, my brother pays for my online, so I'd have to ask him to up it.
Actually, Narchu is on my online. I put him on mine.
That's hilarious. I kind of remember that, actually. But yeah, no, I mean, if my brother wasn't willing to do that, which I would understand, I would just get my own at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, absolutely, I would be doing that.
Now, what's
the normal
point,
person?
Though?
Should the normal person?
What's the point? What's the tipping point? How much would you pay extra for? Let's say at first, let's just do this. Let's say they're going to give you 15 games. Let's just say 15. That's what they start with.
At least 3 heavy hitters.
With the other stuff, but they'll drip feed the rest, as we go along. 15 games. Here's the price. When is it too high? When are you saying, I'm not paying that? That's too much for 64 games.
Number one, there needs to be at least 3 heavy hitters. We'll get to that included.
We'll get to that.
What was your question?
How much is too much? What can they charge for this? If it's just 64 games.
Just 64. If it's just 64, give me an idea. Do you have any idea what PlayStation charges or Xbox? Because they do monthly, right? It's not just not
theirs
yearly.
Is yearly, and it's way more. It will not be what theirs is. Theirs is like $60, $70 a year or something like that.
Well, you sound like you sound like Nintendo's not going to touch that.
I don't think they're going to go that high.
What are we
at now?
If they're
How much is it a year now? $20 a year?
Here's my thought.
For a single?
It's like 20 and then 30 for a family or something like that. If Nintendo adds more than just 64 and we get pretty much all, if not all of Nintendo's old catalog, then that's the price. Whatever the competition charges, that's what Nintendo should charge. If we're just talking about 64 games, that's a hard question to answer. That's a hard question to answer. I mean, we could talk maybe an extra 10, 15, $20 on top of the yearly. So like now we're talking like 50 a year for like a family.
Yeah.
40 for a single.
Man, I don't know, man.
But is it going to be an extra?
Yeah. And you're adding in, I mean, if you go to $30 a year, I think that's fine. If you're adding in just the 64 games.
Okay.
$30. I don't think, I mean, I don't know. They might charge a little bit more for it, but here's the thing. What are they going to do? Let's say we get all this stuff. Let's say we get the Game Boy games, the Game Boy Color games, but those aren't in that tier. They're in the tier with the other stuff, and you're literally just getting those. Like, or what if they took those out? What if they took those out and put them with it? I think that'd be kind of
What do you mean
up.
Take it out?
Like, we're going to be getting the Game Boy games let's say that's not on the tier that we're at right now. It's on the tier that does not exist yet with the 64 games. I mean, yeah, it would be worth more at that point, but I don't think you can do that. I don't know. I think people, I mean, you can. It's Nintendo.
Yeah.
They will. But
here's what I know. Nintendo has a Nintendo tax.
Yeah,
and I think Nintendo's going to give a lot less for the same price as the competition and give about the same as the competition for more. That's what I believe Nintendo will do ultimately. So now I'm thinking it's like a 20. If there is such thing as another tier above, I'm thinking you can expect it. And we're talking about just we're talking about just 64, not even the inclusion of the rumored Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. Just 64, we're probably looking at a $20 increase on a yearly subscription. If they were to manage to add in like Game Boy.
So you think they're gonna double it? I'm talking about for a single, not a family.
For like 15 games, 3 heavy hitters, including like Mario 64, Ocarina probably, yeah, and not even the HD versions. I don't think. I think the podcast you had me listen to, they were talking about this, and it kind of opened my mind. Like, oh yeah, it probably wouldn't be HD remakes. It definitely wouldn't.
It can't be. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that they're gonna put out what they did with the Mario 35th anniversary collection.
Yeah,
and then just give you that version.
No.
You ain't getting that version.
No, we're talking like low res
version.
Yeah. Low res.
It'll be
low frame. Well, I guess not low frame rate. It's the same frame rate, but yeah.
I don't think it's going to be super low. I think it'll be fine.
It'll be the same.
It's not going to be what that is.
The experience you had back in 1997 or whenever those games came out, that'll be the experience you're going to experience in the modern day right now with that on Nintendo Online. So, yeah. They're going to charge a lot. It's going to be a bag. It's going to be the Nintendo is expensive. And listen, and I just say something real fast. That's not a lot of money. 50. I'm surprised PlayStation and Xbox charge that little. I mean, Xbox used to be. Is it really like $80 or $70 for a year?
I think it's $60 for.
That's
not. I think it's $60 just for the online. But if you do, like, I have Game Pass.
Well, that's different.
It's like
that
$120 a year.
That Game Pass is different.
Still, it's $120 a year, and you literally have unlimited access to every single game on there. You get all of Microsoft's brand new games for free.
That's a great price.
You don't have to go buy them. I don't think Nintendo would ever do something like that. I don't think they would ever be like, yeah, you just, give us $120 a year, and all our titles are, day one.
Yeah, this is me.
Ever do that?
This is me. Those of you who like to make fun of me and yell at me and get mad at me. This is old man Uncle Geeb coming out.
Old man Geeb's coming out. Get his cane.
I'm not. When I was younger, I'm in my mid-20s. When I was in my teens in high school, I was all aboard the subscription train. That's before I started paying my bills. Yeah. Now, as a man who pays his bills, physical media is a beautiful thing. Because you can afford it, you buy it, you never pay for it again. Okay? I'm not a fan of the model, the subscription model. Now, I'm a man who pays for YouTube Premium. That includes YouTube Music and ad-free YouTube.
Too. It's nice.
I love it. And that's worth the price for me. I understand. Because I'm paying for ads.
Worth it to me too.
I know. I even before I became a creator myself, content creator, I understood the content creators. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here sitting with you. Like, I understood you and I understand content creators. I see from their side. Right.
I'm so glad you understand me. We understand each other.
Right.
I think really
like they need to get.
We just
anyway, that's a different conversation. But.
All right. Yeah.
Anyway, so I get they need to get their money. They need to get their paid, and I don't want to see ads. So I will pay for them to have their money that they're deserved, which is not enough, honestly. And in return, I get no ads because everyone hates ads. Nobody likes ads. And I get YouTube Music incorporated that. So I canceled my Spotify and got YouTube Premium. Makes a whole bunch of sense. I get that. Yeah. But as far as this whole thing of paying for Game Pass, I got the free trial and paid for 1 month. I hated that because not only was I not getting physical media, but it was like it just didn't for me who doesn't have an Xbox and has a low powered PC, didn't make a whole lot of sense. But on top of that, I don't like the model for gaming. Gaming for me should be a platform that stays in physical media because it just makes sense. It doesn't make sense to rent your games because all this nostalgia, nostalgia is huge for people my age, and the nostalgia culture is coming back, or is coming, is evolving in front of our eyes because the internet's making nostalgia culture a reality. Whereas like back in the day, before the internet, it was hard to be nostalgic and hard to share your nostalgia because things went away. You didn't see them again. Once they were there, then they were gone. Nowadays, you can relive it anytime you want.
That's true. And you're right. I didn't really think about it like that, but you're right.
There will not be nostalgia culture for video gaming if you rent a game and never see it again, and never talk about it again, because now there's the new game. It's kind of how music is these days in the music industry. You listen to a song and it's old in a week, and you're like, "What's the new song?" And you forget about that old song. It's the same thing. It will be the same thing with gaming. If you play a game you subscribe to, you're done with it. You kind of forget about it because you played another game immediately after it. It's gonna hurt. People are not gonna be happy in the long run.
You and I,
not to mention the price. You
and I are on very, very opposite ends of this argument, but that's not even what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're talking about Nintendo here. We don't have to worry about them doing that. I don't think you ever have to worry about Nintendo doing that because they're not going to let people just play their games. No way. It's not going to happen. They want the full 60 from every single person, no matter what.
Well, like I said, it's going to be pricey. If they do another tier and tier after tier after tier, if they do like 4 tiers and more games as you go up,
I don't think
it's going to be pricey. I don't
think they'll do that. I think they'll do one more and then add something to it and then up the price again. Like maybe some GameCube stuff down the road.
Yeah.
But let's do this. Here's what I want to do. I have a list of games that could potentially be on this thing. Like I just want to make a list. I want to go on some of these, and you're not going to know some of them because you weren't there,
right,
for the 64. But there's a few here. Let's see. First one, I got this game with my 64. It was one of the games that I got on Christmas morning with my 64. Obviously, Super Mario 64. We already know that one, but I got a few more. One of them was Pilot Wings 64. Underrated game. Very cool. That's one I would really, really like to see on there. And you know what else? You know what else could be on there? Another launch title for the 64. Nintendo owns it. Cruis'n USA. They own that. I had no idea till I started doing research for that that video earlier this week. I did not even realize. It didn't even dawn on me that they own the Cruis'n name.
Interesting.
They just license it out to other people to make the games.
Right.
So that could totally be on there. I already said Mario 64. Now we've got a couple. We got a couple here. Mario Kart 64. I think that would be something that would guaranteed be on there. But there's also Diddy Kong Racing, which a lot of people really, really love Diddy Kong Racing. People want that remade. People want it on the Switch as a remake or a new one.
Right.
So I mean, that's a possibility. This game here, Star Fox 64, best Star Fox game there's ever been. Easy. Hands down the best one. It was great. I think that one would go on there. I think that's an easy one. And then we get into Yoshi's Story. It would probably be on there. And this is where it gets weird. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
That is where I'm like, would they actually do that? Or is there, I mean, you know what I think about that. I think there's already an HD version of both of those games on there, or coming to the Switch, new HD versions of those games.
Right.
I think that's already a thing that's going to happen. So where do you go with this? Do you just give the original versions?
Yes.
You still do it?
Yeah. You give the original version as you experienced back in the day, and you will. I mean, we already have a Mario 64 remake, if you will. It's just up-resed.
Yeah, it's not remade at all.
No, it's up-resed, which is nice. I mean, not gonna lie, it's up-resed to below the standard that we have in modern day. With 4K is kind of the standard, but whatever, Nintendo.
It's fine.
It's fine. But we'll get the original experience, and I'm a fan of that. I really am, especially when we're talking about Ocarina of Time. I want to experience that game as you experienced on this 64,
Yeah,
right?
the 64. I don't think you do. Tell you the truth.
I don't like we know how I feel about the 3DS version.
I know you're not a fan of the 3DS
not
version.
a fan.
I like the 3DS version a lot better than I like the 64 version.
It's for me. It's unplayable on the 3DS hardware. Just unplayable.
It's because of that stupid. It's just
circle pad sucks.
Too small, man. It's too small.
Coming from the man who made a video earlier this year saying that they should bring back the 3DS in 2021.
They shouldn't.
Yeah. I totally kind of 360'd on that whole argument, to be honest with you. The circle pad.
Well, I guess it's time to make your second YouTube video then.
No,
completely.
My second one is my Switch Pro. You'll never need to watch another Switch Pro.
Oh yeah, okay, well that's fine. You need to circle all the way back around on that. Like, remember that video I made like a year ago?
I probably will do that. Yeah.
Actually, you really should.
When a new PC
that would be really cool, actually. So, a few more I think are shoe-ins. Donkey Kong 64. It's a 3D Donkey Kong.
Okay.
That's there. Let me see. I got a list here. Pokemon Pinball. That's Game Boy. The original Pokemon Snap.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun to have.
It would be, but I don't know if they'll put that on there.
Probably not.
I'll be interested to see what they do with the Pokemon games and the Game Boy stuff.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Do you think they'll put those in there?
I have no idea. But to be honest, nobody does. And anyone who pretends like they do, they're lying. Nintendo only knows.
They could if they wanted to. I guess it depends on what do they want to do with the Pokemon company.
And then you know how much Nintendo Online is going to start costing if they put those games on there? They charge you $10 on the 3DS for those virtual console games. $10 each.
You know what else you have on the 64, which you don't know this? The original Smash Brothers.
Oh,
the OG, the first one.
I played the GameCube version. I played that one. That's my earliest Smash Brothers.
Super, dude. Smash is the reason that all my controllers for my 64 were just the joystick just kind of hung there. You could just move the controller and the joystick would just fall from side to side.
Yeah, man.
It was bad. I think that's another one where if they didn't put that on there, that'd be because that's my point here is it's the 64. Like you said, 1 or 2 heavy hitters. There's 10 heavy hitters. Like that's when these games started to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be. I think to wrap this all up, I think if there is 10, I would say they only need 3. But if there is like 10 heavy hitters and like 15 okay games, they're either way, they're going to charge you a bag. If we're considering, but here's the thing, it's not as much if they were to just open a virtual console type situation.
Oh, Mario Tennis too.
I'd be down. Listen, I will pay the price because I stream and I'm probably going to play these games and I want to experience the stuff that I missed growing up because I never played those games. But it's going to cost money. It's going to cost money. Nintendo's going to charge you a Nintendo tax.
Yeah.
It's
and
going
I
to cost
do want to
money.
address this really quick too. I just saw somebody say in the chat here, 007. That's what sucks about this. That's never going to happen. We will not see 007. The licensing, it's not going to happen. It absolutely will not. And there's a lot of games like that were on the 64 that we just won't see. That were. Who did that?
I don't know. But the issue here is the licensing issue. Like
you're not going to see that. You won't see that. There's a lot of games like that were games that I love to play that you just will not see.
And that's understood. I understand that. Like totally, it's licensing. Yeah. Even though Nintendo doesn't have a lot of control. It's a group.
I mean, if they're going to be charging money for this, go out and get the license. Like get it, make it happen. It's not like it's impossible.
I agree.
If you're going to charge for it, make it happen.
I agree.
Like, give the people what they want. Because I can tell you this. You put 007. Oh, my. Okay. If you put 007 on the Switch, the way it was in the 64, and it has online, lights out, dude. Lights out. People would buy it just for that. I guarantee it.
That would be cool.
Guarantee it.
Let's move on here. Let's get to this 13.0 update that brings the everlasting gobstopper of Nintendo, which is the way that it has been for Bluetooth audio on the Nintendo Switch.
Mhm.
I know you have some feelings about this.
I'm glad it's here. It's not great, but it works.
Would you like to
In
explain
some
how it's...
situations. It
Yeah,
works in some situations. Some situations it just
right. Well, go for
it's
it, dude.
it's old. Clearly whatever Bluetooth is in the actual Switch, it's old. You can tell it's old. They have limits on what you can connect. It's not even here's the big problem with it. So, if you let's say you this is a weird this is a weird scenario. But you and I are trying to play my Switch in tabletop mode because Abby is asleep over
Right.
there, but we have to be quiet. So we put on Bluetooth headphones, right? We got our sets, right? Here's the main problem. So you got a set of Bluetooth, I got a set of Bluetooth. We're good right there, right?
Yeah.
We're totally good.
Yep.
So we have one Pro controller and a set of Joy-Cons. Under normal circumstances, that's two controllers. You know, you put your Joy-Cons in the grip, you got that, you got your Pro controller.
Right.
Can't do that. Cannot do that. The Joy-Cons count as two controllers, and you can only hook up two controllers and two headsets at the same time.
Okay.
And honestly, I haven't hooked up two headsets and two controllers, but I guarantee if you had all that hooked up to it, it probably wouldn't work very well because I used the earbuds that I had, which clearly it doesn't like the earbuds because I guess it's two Bluetooth signals
Okay.
or something.
Yeah.
So when you use earbuds,
Truly wireless earbuds, I think you're referring
yeah,
to.
so if you use those and a set of Joy-Cons off the Switch, the Joy-Cons, dude, they lose it. They're not even connected right. You're lagging. It's trying to keep up. Sometimes it's almost unplayable. It is unplayable. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Now, in handheld mode, it's perfectly fine. Or if you're in docked mode, or whatever, tabletop, and you have just a Pro controller,
Yeah.
that's fine. Or if you have regular headphones like this that are Bluetooth and the Joy-Cons, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's so finicky, man. It's just it's weird, and I see now why they waited so long to put it out because it doesn't work. It doesn't work very well. It's just not it's not made for what people do as far as gaming goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not up there. It's old. Here's my question.
Well, I'm sorry. Quickly, it's old.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
It's old. Yes, but you got to remember it was old when it came. The Switch hardware was old when it was released.
Yes, it was years old.
And that's intentional. That's not because Nintendo's cheaping out. It's because
we've gone over this. Yeah.
It's because, you know, for those of you who don't really understand why, it's because, like, the reason it has a 720p screen, it's a cheap LCD, it's made of plastic everywhere, but, like, the reason this is the thing. Oh, old chip. It was an old chip at the time, let alone right now.
And not only old, straight off the shelf.
Straight off the
There's
shelf.
nothing in the Switch that's proprietary to Nintendo.
Right. It's for cost saving. It's cost saving, so your Switch only costs $300 and not $400, not $500, not $1,000 like your phone in your pocket.
That's half true. The reason that you got to think about this. You know, the PlayStation doesn't have off the shelf parts. Neither does the Xbox. They worked with these companies to make these things, but at the time, I mean, we were coming off the Wii U, man.
Yeah.
Nintendo was in a bad place. Like they couldn't do it. I mean, the Switch was the Hail Mary. That was it.
Right.
Like if that failed, we'd probably be looking at Nintendo in the next, who knows, couple years turning into Sega.
Yeah.
Honestly. But it worked. It worked.
Obviously.
So now here's my question. Before we get to the other part of the update, which is the part I think is the most interesting, the dock part, I want to know, they talk about enhanced audio in the OLED Switch. Is a better Bluetooth connection part of that enhanced audio?
I'm going to say 100% because your cheap little $20 earbuds have Bluetooth 5.0. So
Yeah, 'cause I think that's
100%.
what it's. I'm not the Bluetooth expert. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know, but something's wrong because pretty much everything else I can hook up whatever I want to, and it's no issue.
Yeah.
No latency, no problem.
Yeah, and what you were just talking about a second ago with the Joy-Cons and the earbuds, you were referring to specifically truly wireless earbuds, and having
Yes.
that's basically two different signals coming from each one to the device. And with modern Bluetooth 5.0, it handles it no problem. Now the old Bluetooth that is speculated by, I think, my brother in the Switch as of right now, it's an older technology, which makes a whole lot of sense why it's not exactly ready for truly wireless earbuds, because truly wireless earbuds, Bluetooth technology has taken off in the past 3 years. It's gotten affordable, and it's gotten good, and it's gotten affordable.
Yeah.
And the good part is the reason why it's too good for the Switch hardware. Does that make sense? So yeah,
Yes.
the Bluetooth that is in the Switch is not up to snuff with what we have, or what the standard is nowadays. So your truly wireless earbuds, back when the Switch was 2015, it was expensive, and it wasn't ready for mainstream. That's why truly wireless earbuds haven't become a real thing until recently. And even recently, what do you think? Like some of not the first, but some of the first truly wireless earbuds with the AirPods, but those were like $150. Now you can go to Amazon, spend $20.
They were more than that, weren't they?
I don't. It's maybe $160.
Yeah, the
expensive.
ones I have upstairs they're literally like $20 from Target, and I bought them because I was on the way out to maintain Big Tim's lawn.
Yeah,
and forgot my headphones. I was like, no, I'm not going out there and cutting grass for 5 hours with nothing.
So
no.
I think you're true.
I wasn't going all the way back home, so I was like, yep, Target, $20, fine.
I think you're onto something with the enhanced audio. I think that includes Bluetooth 5.0. So we're not going to have
right.
It's a hand. Let's be honest. We all know it's a handheld only update. There's nothing dock mode.
That would be the ultimate. That would be it. If you had
100%.
But that's the thing. We'll segue into the other part of this too, but let's think about this. That $50, that extra $50 that we're looking at right now on this thing, we're like, that's not worth it. They're not putting enough in that to make it worth it. But if you're updating the Bluetooth and making it actually be able to work with whatever, and there's no limitations, I think you're looking a little bit closer to that price. Like, okay, that's another thing on top of it. But what I really want to talk about, the thing that I am very, very interested in, is what the hell is inside that dock that needs an update? Because with this new update, with software version 13.0, there's a new option in the menu for a dock update. Let me ask you this. Do you remember when I made my own Animal Crossing Switch? And I took the dock apart and I painted it?
That was one of the first videos I saw. One of the first videos I saw of you.
Okay. I got to see what was inside of that dock at that time. Let me tell you what it is. It's nothing. It's a ribbon cable and one little tiny chip. That's literally the only thing that's inside of it. Nothing in there needs an update. I can tell you that right now.
I want everyone right now, go with me, everyone. If you're not driving, if you're safe, this is what I want everyone to do. I want you to grab your Switch dock. You don't have to take it off the dock or anything. Just touch your Switch dock and give it all. I'm going to tap the mic. An old little tappy. Tap that little thing, and just
there's nothing in there.
Tap it. It's what you're hearing is the sound of the echo in plastic.
Well, I'll tell you this. I can tell you this right now.
Then what I want you to do is take your phone or whatever device you have and tap without a case on, even though it's not going to matter, and tap that and feel the difference. The phone is jam packed with stuff. Your dock, very empty. And if you can, I want you to tap it and feel the difference.
If you turn the dock around, and you see where the stuff actually plugs in, that little box,
that's the dock.
That could literally be your dock.
That is the dock.
That's the only place there's anything.
You hit it right on the head. That is the dock. Nothing else. Anywhere here. The ribbon cable leads to the USB-C that's sticking up right there, and that's it.
Literally it.
USB-C.
No, I lied. There's one more. There's one more that leads over to the LED.
Yeah.
Other than that,
and
there's
USB,
nothing in there. Yeah. What have they put in this new dock that needs an update?
You're probably really excited to talk about this. I'm gonna break the news to you.
No, you're wrong.
It's probably nothing. It's,
No, there's something in
this
there,
whole,
man.
I know you love your conspiracies, and this is why your YouTube channel
I
is
do.
amazing, and I love
Oh,
watching
this is
it.
it. This is a
And
big one right here too.
this is
I'm
why
telling you. But listen. Hold on. Before you shut me down
I'm
completely,
not shutting you down. My opinion is you're thinking too much
I
into
think
it.
there's going to be some type of upscaling going on in this thing. Listen, have you seen the what's it called? The M Classic? Have you seen that little thing? It's a basic little thing
Oh
that
yes,
plugs. It is
yes,
a.
yep,
It's an it upscales.
correct.
It's
Yeah,
not a very good. I mean, it works. It works fine.
it does
It's
its
decent.
job. It does its job.
It does its job. But you got to remember this too. Nintendo has Nvidia backing them. Like that's who makes everything for the Switch. That's who makes the Tegra chip that's used in the Switch. They've got a company who has the company who made DLSS backs Nintendo. So now we're getting into this little price thing where I'm like, okay, this is starting to make a little bit more sense now.
Yeah,
Why couldn't Nvidia help them as far as they've come with DLSS 2.0 the way it is now? As far as they've come with this, like it used to be, I don't know if you know this, like DLSS used to be on a game to game basis. They had to do it themselves.
yeah,
But they've taught this AI to just do it on its own.
I do know that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing what they've done.
DLSS 2.0 is definitely something
And I
that's
don't
awesome.
think that's what's in this doc, just to be clear. I don't think that's what's in this doc. Because I mean, you gotta have that's the whole tensor core thing, and I'm not even getting into that. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know if you can put that in the doc or not, because I have no idea. But I don't think that's what's in there. But a basic 4K upscaling something
Yeah.
based off of DLSS, something a lot more basic that they can take and completely optimize for what the Switch does. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities, dude. I really don't. I don't
agree.
see why it couldn't be done.
Why could absolutely? There's no reason why it couldn't be done. The question is it done? And the question is, did Nintendo withhold that much information?
I think honestly at this point, I think
out
they
of the
did.
release of the OLED.
And here's why.
Let's hear it.
Why would Nintendo tell us months before this thing's going to come out that it does 4K docked? They're selling the dock now too, though. They're selling the dock alone. They're gonna hurt their own sales. They're gonna hurt their own sales if they're like, no, this is the one. Like, don't worry about buying this now. Just wait till this one comes out. It's got all the stuff, the new dock. Like, if you don't have a Switch, don't buy one now. Buy this one because it's got the dock that has the 4K that comes with it. Why would you tell anybody that till the last minute?
You know,
Guess what's a great time to tell them that? A direct this coming week, right before the new Switch is launched.
You know, I wasn't really on I wasn't seeing eye to eye with you on this conversation until that last thing you just said. Because I didn't understand it until you said, why would they sell it to you? Why would you buy the old Switch model that comes with the old dock if the new dock is the all be all dock? You would you wouldn't do it. Or maybe you would.
What's happening, dude.
I get it. I get your argument. I get your argument.
I got more.
Okay.
Do you remember the video that I did? My God, it was 6 months ago now. It was before the OLED was announced, and I was talking about what the Switch was going to be. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's pretty much exactly what I said it was going to be.
Yeah.
I think I talked about you saying something about the dock in that video, and I said in that video, like I was against what he was talking about with the dock until recently. Starting to think about it. Makes a lot more sense now. There might be something in this dock. I think this is the other half of what I said in that video about to come true. Honestly. But this is what they're going to do. The whole thing is, and I can tell you right now, the price, I think somebody from Nintendo said that the price drop in Europe's not going to happen in the United States. And I call bullshit on that. I call absolute bullshit on that because they said the same exact thing. Remember when the single Joy-Cons went down in price?
Yes.
Happened in Europe first. They said it wasn't happening here. Happened here. It's going to happen. It's going to happen closer to Christmas. It's going to happen closer to the end of October, I bet, after the OLED comes out. And they're going to try to do some type of holiday thing to
Mhm.
just keep that one rolling out the door, because that's what they want to do. They want to get this one out the door, gone. They don't want to have this Switch on the market anymore, because these docks are going to be compatible. Whatever's in there, the upscaling capability is also going to work with the God, guys. Don't unsubscribe, but it's going to be compatible with the Pro that we get next year. These docks are the docks going forward. You know what I mean?
Well, guys, that's been the Drip Geeb Podcast. Uncle Geeb has quit the podcast as of this moment, but he will do his job and wrap it up. Thank you for listening. And
no, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This dock is the dock that's going forward. They want the old ones out. That's why they're selling the dock alone, too. That's why they're selling this dock alone. I'm telling you. This dock has something in it. There's something in this dock that they're going to use going forward. I said it in the video. Yes, I'm telling you, man. I think we are looking at something now that this is not going to be. We're not going to see a Switch 2. We're going to see the Nintendo Switch X, or it's going to be a 3DS situation to DS. They're going to keep this going, this whole line of systems going until the wheels fall off, man. It's just too good for them. It's brought them from the ditch on the side of the road to the Golden Palace at this point. They're not going to get off this train. They are setting themselves up to just keep it going. I'm telling you.
You know what?
That's all I got.
You know what? I think we had more to talk about tonight. I'm gonna call it, because the thing we can talk about this anytime. The other talk we're gonna get to, we can get to that anytime. I think it's a great place to stop. That was, and I'm leaving it at that. What you just said, we're leaving it right there, because I don't disagree.
All right. You don't?
I don't.
Wow. You don't?
No.
Not at all? You think I'm right? I love it.
Yep. I think you're right. I'm not being sarcastic. Happens. No, yeah.
Usually this is where you and I just start, wow. Okay, yeah, we're done then.
I mean, I could play devil's advocate. Don't get me wrong. I could play devil's advocate.
Don't.
But exactly.
Old man Geeb's already been out once. He's asleep for the night. It's past his bedtime. Plus, yeah, it's 9:10. I got to get over to Twitch.
Absolutely.
.tv/Drip Media and start my my hunt. We got to find Molly.
Exactly.
We're on the hunt. Animal Crossing.
Well, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's episode. If you're in the stream, we're not done. We're actually going to make this stream, or bring the stream over to twitch.tv/Drip Media. And for those of you at a stroke. For those of you who are listening on the audio version, thank you so much for listening. I will cut that out. They will never hear that again. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys listening. I've flubbed this at exit so much that I'm just going to start over and pretend it never happened. Well, guys, that's a wrap for today's episode. For those in the stream, we're not leaving here. We're going to go right over to Twitch. For those of you in the audio podcast, we're going to wrap it up. Don't forget to check out the Uncle Geeb. Oh, man, I messed it up again. I am twice. I'm done. We're going to wrap it up is what we're doing. Thank you guys for listening. You can check out me, Uncle Geeb, on twitch.tv/Uncle Geeb. You can check out Drip Media at twitch.tv/Drip Media. Make sure to check out Drip's YouTube at youtube.com/Drip Media Gaming. And you can check out Uncle Geeb on YouTube at youtube.com/Uncle Geeb. Patrons, for me and for Drip as well, which is...
I have two.
Yeah. Oh, two? It's not just me? Good.
I have two. My cousin is now a patron as well.
For all the patrons in the chat, thank you so much. And then the chat, all the patrons, thank you guys so much for making this lovely world go round and round for us. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will make sure the intro is better next time.
Goodbye. All right.
Stop
your recording.
Yeah.
What's up, YouTube chat? How are you guys doing?
Man,
I had it covered most of the time. I didn't even see what you guys are talking about.
I think I had a stroke, and it lasted for like a minute long. I really do.
Yeah, I think you may have. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Dude, if it comes down to it, sit down and just record the end right there before you throw it up.
Very much considering it.
Totally fine. Doesn't matter. Joe says Pikmin AR. Am I right? Oh, you're right.
Am I right?
You're right. Wow, man. You agree? Did I changed your mind on that, didn't I? I knew you were going to come in and try to fight me on that. Did I change your mind completely?
I'm not going to say you changed my mind.
You were with some of it.
I was already down with a lot of that already. I am a pessimist with a lot of this, and it's to my own. It's for my own mental health. This is what it is. Like, to be a pessimist is the help my mental being, because I can
totally understand. I can totally understand that. I think I've gotten over I think this is gonna happen. I think this is gonna happen. Then it doesn't happen. That disappointment. I've gotten over being disappointed. I'm just like, okay, I was wrong. On to the next.
Listen, it
took me a long time.
It's nice that I'm wearing this shirt, because it's exactly why I can't handle being that way with Nintendo. I am a Philly sports fan, and I just cannot handle any more over optimistic. If you think I'm a pessimist in real life, I mean, not this is not real life, but like, when it comes to sports, I am like, yo, Jalen Hurts just threw for 250 yards. I'm going to say the F word. Freaking Super Bowl, man. Let's go.
Bowl, baby.
Listen,
Super Bowl bound.
Go Birds. Like, come on, man. I'm all down. Like, dude, they're going to suck. They're going to be like 7-9. But like, here I am.
You see my boy? You see my boy, Jameis Winston?
Your boy? Why is your boy Jameis Winston?
He plays for the Saints now.
Is he West Virginia?
No, he just plays for the Saints.
Why you?
I'm a Saints fan.
Oh, you're a Saints fan? You're a bandwagon fan, is what I heard.
I've been a Saints fan forever.
And then when Sean Payton is no longer the coach, you'd be like, nah.
I'd still be there. Listen, I have been to the Superdome, my friend. I have been to the Superdome.
Congratulations. I've been to like 18 baseball stadiums, but I'm not a fan of all the teams. I've been to the Superdome. Listen,
I've been there.
So I can't like, yo, Switch Pro next week, let's go. I can't be like that, because like, I'm already, every Sunday I'm sitting on the couch like, come on, Super Bowl, let's go.
Was that an impression of me right there?
No, it's me. It's me every Sunday. That's what I do.
Okay.
I can't do it.
All right.
So I have to like level myself, like, because listen, we did the podcast 2 weeks ago talking about Direct next week. It's been 2 weeks. If I got overly excited for a Zelda Direct and we're 2 weeks late, I'd be very upset right now. Let's be honest. But I leveled myself.
I literally see people do it constantly.
Yeah,
constantly.
Listen,
it's my entire comment section.
I think some people
once this stuff starts happening, dude, like when they're like, it's just all day. The comments come to my phone, like regular comments, and then it's just random comments and people like, when's the Direct? What's going on? Like I know.
Yeah.
Like, how would I know that?
Some people think that I'm just trying to like put people down, or like try to put hopes and dreams, trying to crush them. Like, no, man, I'm trying to protect my own mental health.
Understandable.
That's what it.
Understandable.
That's what it is.
Well, listen. Let's wrap this party up so I can get over to Twitch, because we have a hunt.
Yes. Also, I'm gonna leave this part into the video form on Drip and Geeb. This is a nice little conversation we just had, and I think it was fun.
Yeah. Leave it in.
Yeah, we're leaving this part. I'm gonna YouTube Drip and Geeb. We're cutting right now.
There we go. Okay, yeah. All you guys in the chat here, if you want to come hang out, we are going to hunt for Molly in Animal Crossing again tonight. We will be over at twitch.tv/Drip Media in probably about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to stand up, maybe stretch, maybe go take a run down the street. I'm probably not going to do that, but
I'm going to go run upstairs and turn the air on, because I'm sure people are getting mad at me. It's wind warm. All right. This was a good one, man.
Guys.
This was good.
It was a good one. Yeah, it was a nice one. Appreciate you guys being here. Jill says prepare for disappointment. I'm finding her tonight. I'm telling you. I'm finding her tonight. I don't want to hear it. You know what I want? Last night was nothing but negativity. I want some damn positivity in my chat tonight, guys.
In the chat, guys, can we give him some like actual like just kiss your keyboard and whatever words come out? That's what it was.
We need lucky rabbit's foots, all the stuff.
Lucky bird feathers on your boobies.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. We will see you guys in like 15 minutes.
I won't.
Goodbye.
You'll see him.